How's it going, everybody? For today's beer review, we're going to be taking a look at St. Arnold Brewery's Divine Reserve number 15, a Russian Imperial Stout. So this is St. Arnold Divine Reserve. Now, this is a series that comes from St. Arnold Brewery out of, I believe it's Houston, so local for me. And the number is not it is a batch number, but the number is more than that. The number tells you what type of beer it's going to be. The Divine Reserve changes entirely from batch to batch. Number 15 happens to be a Russian Imperial Stout, which is like one of my absolute favorite styles, so I'm very lucky there. I'm also just fortunate in general to be able to have gotten my hands on this. Divine Reserve is not an easy thing to get. It's up there with their Bishop's Barrel series, and I was able to grab 2 of these, so I have one set back for aging purposes. And as far as, there is like absolutely no kind of information at all on this bottle. Nothing. There's not even an ABV, and that's gotta be high. I am gonna look up the ABV. 10.10% alcohol by volume, so very high up there. As far as I'm aware, it's law here to put the ABV on your bottle if it's below like 4% or something. I mean, if it's above like 4%, I think. So I don't know if they had it on the 4-pack it came in, since these were sold as singles or what, but I think that's pretty strange that an ABV that high would not be listed on the label of a Texas beer. Anyway, I'm going to be drinking this beer out of my Duvel snifter glass. It is the best glass for assessing the bigger, stronger, heavier beers such as this one. If you don't have one of these glasses, you should really think about getting one, and check out my video called I think it's Glassware, which glass for which beer. So it kind of goes into why I think this is like the best all-around glass. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the cap off of this. I've got it, I mean, it has the lightest chill possible. It's probably like right at 55 degrees. So the cap is off. The color, when poured, is an extremely dark brown, almost pitch black. I'm going to pour this one hard because it seems to have a very weak head potential, and the head, as you can see, guys, is dissipating rapidly. I mean, this head's not going to stick around at all. So very weak head potential, very low head retention. The color on this is pitch black when held up into the light. I don't see any light through it at all. And the color on that head is like very dark tan to light brown. Smell. This definitely has some things you'd expect out of a stout, like your malt, lots of medium sweet chocolate, little bit of coffee, not much. But there's also kind of like an acidity to it as well. Well, that's kind of fading over time. It's not a bad smell, but it's definitely not an impressive one, just as far as smell goes, because all I'm really getting is malts and chocolate. I'm not really getting a whole lot of coffee, dark fruit, vanilla, anything like that. Just like malts and chocolate, really. So let's give it a taste and see what it's all about. It's not bad, but it's nothing special to me. Man, I really thought it was going to be better than this. I mean, this is a pretty big deal series from St. Arnold, as their Divine Reserve is. It's a little bit thin. I wouldn't call that a Russian Imperial Stout either. I would call that more like an American double, because it doesn't have that kind of medicinal, herbal, star anise, fennel, licorice kind of thing going on that Russian Imperial Stouts do. It also really doesn't have much in the way of dark fruit either. It's literally it almost drinks like a triple or super imperial version of like a brown ale. Kind of let down, I'm not gonna lie. It's got medium bittersweet chocolate, lots of malt, a little bit of bitterness at the end. That's really about all that I'm getting. Could be a lot better, especially for the reputation that it holds. This thing's got like a 94 score on Beer Advocate. I 100% do not agree with that. As far as the style score goes, it actually gets, in my opinion, a quite low score. I would probably give it like a 50 to a 60 out of 100 on the representation, because it's not very representative of a Russian Imperial Stout. Everyone's taste buds are different, but as far as my own personal palate goes, I'm able to pick out a Russian usually, and I'm no expert, you know, I mean, but I can usually pick out a Russian from an American because it has these kind of, to my palate, once again, these kind of herbal, medicinal, licorice sort of tastes to it that go along with everything, which I know is not very pleasant sounding, but it's very, very complementary to the tastes. This does not have any of those. This drinks more like an American double stout or even a Imperial brown stout. Now, as far as my own personal score goes, I would be a little bit more lenient. I'd probably give it a high 70. I'd probably give it about a 78, 79 out of 100. As far as how much I'm enjoying it currently, it's okay, probably like a C+. But I was just expecting more than what this is, because this is a limited thing, you know. This is a special thing. Like, it's got the batch number and everything. So my advice to you guys is just pass this one up if you're looking for something special. Actually, not even if you're looking for something special, just pass this one up in general, because it's got the rarity and the price tag of a rare beer, but the flavor of something that should be in like a 4 or maybe even a 6-pack. It's nothing special. So that has been my review of St. Arnold's Divine Reserve number 15 Russian Imperial Stout. Hope you guys enjoyed my beer review as always, and stay tuned for the next one.